all up on my cart. See, that's why you take the camera with you, girl. That is exactly why. I love how people say, oh, they got cameras there. What nobody do? Yeah, okay. Cameras don't do nothing but tell you who did it. It still get dead. You worried about your stuff getting stolen? Take your stuff with you. These are dream moves. This is someone else. I'm not myself. No. You know what? I was having a lot of skin issues before and using different products on my face, but we have to go back to antibacterial soap. That's what works for me. Speaking of my antibacterial soap, we use that on the first wash, and then we can go in with them cute smell goods later. You can't see it now, but baby, she gonna lift this shower cap and get up behind her ears. You ever go lean in to somebody to say something and you're like, baby, think you missed the spot? Yeah, we're not gonna be that person. Cute smell good of the choice right now. That's gonna be this. What is it, Touch of Gold that I picked up at Bath and Body Works? Y'all were with me, you might nimble. And y'all get your neck real good. I don't like them dirty looking collars, but I tell you what makes my collar look a little dirty sometimes, the hair rinses, cause that comes off on it. And since I'm using dark colors, it make it look like my neck is dirty, but no, she scrubs that. Her neck is clean. I was so surprised when people were talking about my everything shower. I was like, ain't that your everyday shower? But anyway, I was running through my mind some of the stuff I need to get through and done today. And unlike other days, this is I gotta run across different parts of town kind of day, and I really don't want to do that. But that's mostly because I've been running behind on stuff. And yeah, you need to scrub everything. Well, Wesley Snipes said he be looking for the pimple on the booty. Baby, we trying to make it look hard. You're not gonna find it here, sugar. Ain't no pimples on the booty. Hello, sunshine. And it is a nice sunny day outside. The skies are beautiful blue. The sun is out. It's a little crisp. It's like 59 degrees. Wind's blowing and making it a little bit into the lower 50s, hence my jacket and stuff. But it is a beautiful looking day. The weather today, here she go talking without her mic again, y'all. Bless her heart. There we go. The weather today looks nothing like it was last night. Last night, thunderstorms and all that stuff came blowing through.
More specifically, we're looking at 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hails. What Luke had mentioned a couple minutes ago, that is correct. We know that the leading edge of this is where we're going to see more likely this kind of strongest winds start to develop. It is just about to move into our counties shortly. So still moving around 60, 65 miles per hour.
I'll insert some pictures. Some people lost portions of their roof and all of that. And it doesn't matter if it's a rental, you know, their personal stuff is in there. And who knows if it got damaged or not or how that all played out. But I am prayerful for them, thankful for me, and out and about. The worst thing that happened to me is my internet is out. And so I was like, girl, you're sitting around being lazy. Well, not too lazy though. I did do some laundry and all of that, and it's waiting on me to fold it. That's my least favorite part of it. I'll wash the drawers, I'll stack them and all that stuff. And actually, I don't fold my underwear anymore. I used to. Especially, I remember when I first got my own place. Girl, let me spit this gum out. Put it in my little wrapper there. But when I first got my own place, my first place was my independent dorm room. That doesn't count, but I started folding there too. But I remember when I first bought my first home, oh, the cursive lettering that I wrote on that check, and yes, we still did checks back then. Little heart over the mortgage company and stuff, writing the amount. Oh, I was so proud. Don't let it be 80 something dollars. I remember putting a little heart over the word 80, and girl, folding my laundry just so, my daughter's clothes, just, it was all that. I still have an appreciation for my home, that much is true, but folding underwear, we just put them in the drawer. You can see what they are when they get there. I don't know how many minutes off my life I've saved, but it feels like tons. That's something I don't care for. Chances are, unless I'm wearing shoes that show them, my socks may or may not be matching, because I'm pretty much putting those in there too. Now, if I see two of the same kind right there by each other, yeah, I'll go ahead and match them up. But other than that, she don't care that much. Now that I think about it, I hang my shirts and dresses. What am I so lazy about folding? I guess I just don't even feel like doing that. I don't want to hang and put away and all of that stuff. I definitely have to fold my sheets and towels and stuff, and that is what I've washed as well. Yeah, you about to drive me crazy, car. Just no ambition. You see a green light, now I gotta miss the light because of your monkey tail. And that's Beverly. Lord, I still ain't took this picture back. I'm sick of me in this picture. I went ahead and named her Beverly because she been riding around with me, I know, a solid week. So yeah, Beverly fell. I hope you're all right, girl. But yeah, we're gonna take her back. Got the receipt in my purse. I have written out a little to-do list for myself. Not just a to-do list, honestly, it's a grocery list of things that I need to do and buy when I go to various stores. So I need to renew my Costco membership. That's why y'all haven't seen me with my little flowers lately. But when I get my flowers, best believe I'm on my bougie kick. I got my little, how you bougie on a budget? But anyway, I got my Dollar Tree gloves and my little pruning scissors. They're not pruning scissors, are they? Pruning shears? I forgot what they're called already, but I've been calling them scissors so long. We're going to keep right on with the scissors. I got them and I'm ready for it. Plus, I just saw a little hack. Is it a hack? A tip, a clue, or whatever. I was scrolling on Instagram, something I so rarely do, but happened to be doing, and I saw Jackie Ina, and she was talking about flowers, so I got to try what she said, see if I like it. I need to meal prep. Absolutely need to meal prep. I threw myself off so bad this week. Not so much with the eating, because baby, she really ain't had too much to eat. Not for real. I was living off of some of my stuff in the freezer, but baby, when I tell you that refrigerator is empty, I'll put a clip of that in too. Walk with me, girl. This is why we need to go grocery shopping. I mean, she's on a budget, but the way this thing got me look like I have no whatsoever money at all. Nothing down here in the meat shelf. I do have some veggies that clearly I need to get to, but this is usually my getting ready to prep or where I put my meal preps. Ain't nothing there. Up here we got little pepperoni and stuff. Probably, if I'm guessing, 2 eggs. And I hit it on the head. We got like 2 eggs. This is, I just keep my flour and stuff in the fridge. No, I do not have one of those aesthetically pleasing refrigerators. Right about now, I ain't even got one of them fridges that'll feed you, baby. We in trouble deep. So we going to the stove. Because I looked at it, I said, oh, I'm living like a pauper. This don't make right good sense. We need to go ahead and meal prep, get back on my grind, and just get together in general. I did not like having to get up early. And actually, I didn't get up early. That's the problem. I got up at my regular time, but I had to get gas before I went to work. And that stuff like that just kind of throws me off. Same thing is true with not keeping my home clean and organized. I had some late nights that I worked. I went and had one night and definitely didn't pick up. So I tend to like to kind of pick up as I go, but every so often I might need to come home and just pick up stuff from me getting ready. And I didn't even have time to do that. That was a mess. But back to when we went wine tasting, I forgot what day of the week, because baby, this week, honestly, the work days, they were long. And then it felt like somebody snuck another one in there. Every time I have to work late and then do more the following day, more meetings and all of that, back-to-back IEP, all of that stuff, that is draining. I was probably Friday tired by Wednesday afternoon, and I still had 2 more days to go. But the one thing that kept me going, I said, okay, well, Friday's going to be a little bit better. We got ourselves a field trip. We're going to head to the Kansas City Zoo. Boom. That should be fine. Huh. No. It was 9-something in the morning. I'm telling the kids, you got to go to the restroom, take care of your bodies. Most of them brought sack lunches. I'm like, okay, put your sack lunch here. We're getting all organized. Admin walked in, and she had this kind of frozen smile on her face. And I was like, what the heck is wrong? Like, what's going on? She comes over, she leans in my ear. I'm like, oh, is it that bad? Like, oh, what? Why it ain't in the email? What is it? Like, I'm getting nervous. I've had that lean in my ear conversation before, and it's never been good. Once I got the lean in my ear, and it was about, you need to leave now. Something happened with your mom, and anyway, I had all kinds of thoughts going on in my brain. I also got that lean in my ear when I had to go to the office, and they broke the news to me that my brother had passed away. Or no, actually, that I had a phone call. I get on the phone, and that's when I found out my brother passed away. But anyway, she comes in with this frozen smile, and instantly my heart just drops. I'm like, oh, what is it? It was bad news-ish, but on a scale of what I've had whispered in my ear, it was not the worst news for me. And it was that my field trip had to be canceled because of inclement weather. Incoming inclement weather. So we suddenly on Friday shut down. We're going into tornado watch mode and all of that stuff. But it's expected, before the school day ends. So we ended up getting out hours early and going home and all of that. Then get home, buckle under. We're hearing sirens and warnings and all of that stuff. And I'm like, this might be the real deal this time. I've heard it for decades. I live in Missouri. I'm in the Midwest, so I've heard about it for decades and decades. Never have I been a part of an actual tornado there. They usually hit over in Kansas. And this time, though, it was sounding like it's very much might be in your backyard. So that was kind of an interesting take. But again, thankfully, none of that stuff happened. I'm not aware of it happening in my school's particular neighborhood, thankfully. So I'm feeling like all my kids are safe. I'm in a neighborhood school now, whereas before, when I taught at a charter school, my kids were spread out all over the city and some of the suburbs and everything. So what was what. But I feel like all of my kids are safe now. But yeah, that was Friday. And so with that, they canceled the field trip. You talk about tears and snot slinging. Baby, them kids they were highly upset. And of course, they're 5 and 6 years old. One of them, I ended up having to call a sped teacher to help me with him because he was inconsolable. And I'm gonna tell you, I got so doggone mad. So I want to go home. I want to go. Like, he couldn't even get his words out. He was hiccuping. I thought the baby was going to throw up. So I called his mom and I was like, hey, I don't know if you're aware of this yet. I do know that, school is getting out early, but they're also canceling our field trip. And he's very upset. Can you talk to him and help him out? So he gets the phone and he's, I want to go. Just still doing the same thing with her. And he finally got out, I want to go home. And he puts the phone down. Like, I said all my words, I'm done. That's it, that's all. So I pick up the phone before it lands down and I pull it up to my ear and she's, oh, sweetie, Schnookums, you want to come home? You want to come home? And I was like, I'm sorry, this is me again. He already put the phone down. And I said, are you picking him up? Because, why else would you be doing the you want to come home and all that other stuff? And so she said, well, no, I mean, I can see if I can get off work or I can. So you're upsetting him more? Like, I was so mad at myself for even calling her. Like, why did I even call your useless tail? So, like I said, I ended up having to call another teacher to help out. It took him like over an hour, she said, for him to calm down and be okay again. So he got to do a little special art project that helped him out. And luckily, we ended up turning the day into a fun day. And so that kind of helped out. Like, when I say fun day, I mean, we wasn't no instruction and all of that stuff going on. No, baby. We were just, what did we do? I got a bunch of popcorn and popped it. Since we couldn't actually go to the movie, I thought, oh, we'll watch Zootopia invited all the kindergarten classes into my room. We popped the popcorn, they watched that. We had a picnic of sorts, and we ate out in the kindergarten hallway. Just all the things to try to make it a good day. And of course, we got a couple of, this is the best day ever. So I was like, oh, thankfully we were able to turn that around for them. And then got home, and again, the warnings, the sirens, and all of that stuff were going off. So I pretty much hunkered down at home. Internet knocked out immediately. Still don't have any, but we back. we're still. And yesterday I actually didn't vlog because I had on my school shirt and stuff. And I don't know, when I look at me and I'm editing, it looks annoying to me to blur all of that stuff out. So I was like, okay, we're gonna miss one teeny tiny day of Vita altogether. It's the first day I did not. Did I pick up? No, I didn't pick up my camera at all. But anyway, I'm pulling in. I want to pop in and check on my mother for a little bit, hang out with her. She seemed to do fine last night when I called her, which, this is how I know times have changed for her, because when I tell you, if it's so much as sprinkled and you call my mother, girl, you don't get off this phone, that lightning's like, she would just go completely off. And hey, don't you cry your look in that shower now either. Like, she was all about the paranoia and stuff. So I called her last night because, it's kind of loud. The only thing I know to listen for with regard to a tornado is I'm listening to see, does it sound like a train? Because that's what people say a tornado sounds like. Oh, we just heard this loud roar like a train. So I never heard that, but my ears perking and twisting listening. I heard all the rain, the wind. I heard stuff getting slapped around from the wind. Girl, I'm so glad I had the good sense to pull in my new blue chair. You know how mad I'd have been if that chair was messed up before I even got to sit in it and all that, which I think I feel like doing. I think I'm going to sit out and grill, take advantage of the sunny weather, because it's been raining, pouring down, thunderstorm. It's been all the bad things. So to have a break in that is worth it. People looking at me. Hi, just me talking to the mic to a couple of friends. Mind your business. But anyway, I think I'm gonna sit out, get some shrimp. It's a good thing I'm going to the store, because I think I've got frozen shrimp. Dang, I didn't really check my freezer. Just to be on the safe side, let's get some shrimp and maybe some chicken, because I don't really grill. It's gonna be chicken breast. I'm not. If I cook chicken wings, which I think I want some more of, they're going right back in the oven. I know how to cook in the oven, but bone in on the grill, I don't trust myself. Somebody was like, just get a thermostat and all of that. The problem for me is that I have my dad's old chimney, and I use that starts up the charcoal and all of that. But I'm not well versed on how much to open, the little vent in the lid. I'm not well versed on how much do I open, how much do I close, when do I open, when do I close, I don't know all the particulars of that to keep the temperature at a good cooking temperature. So I end up adding more charcoal, and once you do the chimney, I don't know how to do it again, and I don't want to put lighter fluid on. So sometimes my fires have died out before I'm even through grilling. Like, grilling is not my forte. We're just going to say that. It is not. So, my ex used to do all the grill. He grilled too much. He would grill in the absolute freezing cold. He would grill if it was snowing, but he had something to cover himself up. He was out there grilling. Like, you talk about, I don't know how he kept that fire going. Oh, all you got to do is, and he do this, that, and another. And my silly self, I'm like, I don't need to learn that. I got you. So, maybe next time, if I ever, on second thought, I could probably just YouTube that and find out. But anyway, let me get my butt off and go say hi to Mom, and we'll talk some more in a minute. All right, so that was a cool visit. Well, let me let my windows up. There we go. Just getting a little fresh air, but that was a cool visit with Mom. I was getting ready to polish her nails, but honey, what did I take today? Whatever the colors were, she wasn't for it. Oh, I had blue, because sometimes she gets into the blues, a pretty coral and pink, and this burgundy. Like, I like putting prettier colors on her hands than my own, because she has prettier hands than mine. Her nails are long. Like, my nails are cut down now. I'm ready for some more of my press-on nails. I'm ready for some more, but I haven't been doing them because I've been writing so many papers. But I just did a little comparison, took a picture to show how so very short my nail bed is next to my mother's nail bed. And yes, her nails are kind of long. In fact, they're getting kind of yellowish too. I think it is from the darker colors, or it could be age. I'm not sure which. But man, the difference in our hands is crazy. I have my father's hands. They're just, I've never liked my hands, but it is what it is. Someone was telling me to be sure to put the same things I put on my face on my hands. Sometimes I remember, but I'm not the most astute at it. I need to be a little bit better. But yeah, it was a good visit. She was more with it, in terms of with itness, I would say. I mean, in terms of Alzheimer's with itness, I should say. She was probably about her average, 7-ish or so. So some things she remembered. Of course, I repeated a lot of things. But today she asked me about my deceased brother, and I gave her my general answer. Oh, he's chilling. She said, well, that's good. That's good. She didn't remember that he had passed. And, she was just asking me the usual question about all of my kids. Oh, one of her is fine. But I just said, oh, they're fine, and left it at that. But she still also remembered everyone's name who lives there too. She doesn't remember the workers as well. Luckily, I do. But yeah, so that was cool. But that was a good visit. Speaking of the workers, I'll probably stop by. They seem like very nice women. Give them their credit. They all seem like very nice women indeed. However, I like to just kind of drop in randomly on different shifts and all of that stuff, just to let them know, hey, she's cared about. We're here. No absence there. My daughter said she'll probably come with me tomorrow as well. So we'll see. I mean, it's always a good visit. The more the merrier. The better, I should say. The more the merrier. The more people, I feel, in my little humble opinion, the more people who show up and get seen and all of that, the better. I don't want to say the better they treat them, because I haven't seen them mistreat anyone. But, I want to make sure if anybody's going to be mistreated, let's not make it this one. That probably wouldn't be good. So Mom seems pretty happy there, which is a great relief, a huge weight off my shoulders, as well as me being happy there. She's been in a couple others that I was not pleased with. I wasn't pleased with the sanitation of it. I wasn't pleased with, some of the attitudes. Some of the people just have bad attitudes. I wish, like teaching, I wish that they paid more. But, that's one thing I can say about this country. It doesn't care much for its young or its old. And it ain't too fond of the po folk in it either, So, that's just, those industries just don't pay much. Anyway, enough about that. Heading into Costco, pick up a couple of things, and I'll bring y'all with. I'm always curious about these masks. I mean, it says it does all these different things on there. But I just wonder. I do not know. I don't know anyone who has one either. But I feel like they've been more expensive than $350. So it even makes me wonder, like, does it do all this? I don't know. That's the short of it. Girl, you don't know. Keep going.
How are you doing today, ma'am?
Good, thanks. I don't know if y'all saw him or not, but that one man in that massage chair looked like he'd been there a minute and gonna stay there another minute more. So I'd be trying to mind my business, but they're just interesting. Girl, $10 for a melon. I'll be glad when the season gets further advanced so they can bring them back down to reasonable prices.
Vegetable
$10? Nah. And I'm not gonna kid you, a lot of times the fruits and stuff that I want, I wait and I get them from Aldi. It's like $3.40 for pineapples. No, they're like $2 at most at Aldi. So no. It's crowded every which way I want to go. Excuse me. You know what I regret that time before was when they had lychee here. Lychee, however you pronounce it. And I didn't get it. I wouldn't mind some cotton candy grapes, but I'm not going to pay $10 for them. I guess they don't have anything in the refrigerator section I need. Not today, anyway. Whew. It's so cold in there. Yeah, we'll definitely go to Aldi and see about some prices because they ain't playing no games out here. I still have to get used to seeing things like oxtail here and $43. Like, that play too much. It's not enough meat on oxtails for that price. They need to get a little more reasonable. I did make some chicken wings the other day that were pretty good. I see them waiting on those rotisserie chickens too. I'm not gonna wait. It's a little later in the afternoon, so I might be too late to get chicken wings, and it looks like I am. I'm not a big time thigh person. It's way too much cleaning and stuff to do for thighs. Y'all really just gonna hang out here and have a conversation anyway. Bless your hearts. Don't mind me, I'll just try to get around. Chicken breast burrito bowl, huh? It's like $13.79. You get 3 of them. Seasoned chicken breast with brown and white rice, black beans, corn, roasted salsa, topped with jack and cheddar cheeses. Well, that just looks like something I can make myself, doesn't it? Thanks for the idea. I might even toss a couple of potatoes in there. Now, where's that chicken sausage I like? It's odd because it has a kind of, I'm gonna call it unique flavor, but I like it. Somebody else does too. I gotta dig under the empty box to get the one I want. But I like that idea. If I don't use chicken breast, I might just use that chicken sausage. No rotisserie's out, so we'll keep waiting. I hear the kids, I can't see them. Trying to peek around corners before I go. Yeah, right when I was about to go. Excuse me. Nada told him to stop running around, and he said, I don't want to. Well, that'd be America's children, huh? Oh, let's see. Look at as expensive as food is, we want to make sure that they're not cracked. And start making you wonder now. White eggs get 2 dozen for $3.79. I'm gonna have to look up the science on this again because I know that they're supposed to be a lot healthier, but yeah, I do remember a time though when just a dozen eggs were going for like $9. So all up on my cart. See, that's why you take the camera with you, girl. That is exactly why. I love how people say, oh, they got cameras there. What nobody do? Yeah, okay. Cameras don't do nothing but tell you who did it. It still get dead. You worried about your stuff getting stolen? Take your stuff with you. Don't depend on them cameras. The Kirkland cent beads cost $13.99. Oh, okay, I feel the weight difference. You might need to read, girl. It is fundamental. 24 ounces, 45 ounces. Oh, okay. Shut up and get it, girl. What else do we need? I'm sitting there wondering what you need. And you wrote a list. I renewed the membership, got the egg, sausage, oh, and fruits. Fruit wasn't looking, well, fruit did look good. It was pricey. I'm not paying no $10 for a melon in, what is this, April? And I have no idea. Actually, I do have an idea that it's probably not all that good anyway. Oh, I need laundry detergent. I mean, I have some at the house, but I am so good at waiting until I run all the way out before I renew it. Well, we need to break that habit. Because then it just gives me an excuse to not do the laundry. I ain't feel like doing that. And it piles up. I was thinking $15.99 is a pretty good price, but well, they about empty these pallets out. So we're gonna reach in the back. I also saw those breakfast crackers or something I like, but I think they're actually cheaper at Sam's than here. So we're gonna pass on that. I've been doing better, y'all, and I have not had bacon in a while. I can't make up my mind on if I want to get bacon or not. Turkey bacon just don't cut it for me. I've tried it, but it just ain't the way. But let's be nosy and see what's in the frozen food section. I miss those chicken sandwiches. They were kind of like the Chick-fil-A dupes or something. They were at Sam's Club. Sam's Club just discontinued it. They did not ask me. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and pay too much for this palm juice. It's like, it's going for $10. And to be honest, the only reason I'm paying that high price is because I'm sick of being sick. So something gonna have to give. It's supposed to be a high power antioxidant. And it's that time of year where a lot of the kids are coughing and sneezing. They're swearing it's allergies, and for some of them, I'm sure it is. For some of them, it ain't, and I know it ain't, or I wouldn't be getting sick. So we're gonna pay that $10 for prevention. I think I could get my cottage cheese cheaper at Aldi, so we're gonna wait. Not only cheaper, but I don't need quite that much. I do find myself replacing everything that calls for mayo. I'm starting to replace it with cottage cheese. Bacon messed around and went up $1. And I am not that person who just picks one. I gotta look at the sides. I wanna see if there's any meat, especially since they all cost about the same. Girl, we running up a tab already. It's not enough that I've gone beyond my list. I'm still shopping the aisles that ain't even on my list. Haven't learned my lesson yet, huh? But you know, you gotta go just in case you see something that jumps out in the peels. Y'all call me a coward, but I just don't know. I mean, I'm already a carnivore, but it's something about buying my meat in a body bag that's a little unsettling. Goat cubes, oh, that's what's down there. Whole lamb, oh my goodness, $5.29 per pound. So I'm not telling, yeah, and I'm looking at the feet. I ain't gonna much hold you. That's the stuff that make you say, them vegans might not be entirely wrong. Oh, they moved the pizza over here. Here's that cauliflower pizza. Should I get one? No, because you know what? I've been doing all right with my cottage cheese pizza, and I just said I was gonna start eating more of my cottage cheese. I need to get back on track. I do, because summer really is just around the corner. No, I'm not gonna leave without taking a quick peek just to see if I see something for my granddaughter. But sometimes they have just the cutest little things. I should have just waited until they were talking about coming with me tomorrow to see my mother. And then I don't have to do the whole FaceTime call and ask her about different, oh yeah, because they're well stocked. And it's pretty late in the afternoon, so if we see something, we can get it then. What's this over here? $7 tutu set? Didn't I say I could wait? But let me see here. What y'all talking about? One time my back for a minute, somebody else coming over here. Okay, I got the blue in the 6, but do they have the pink? Some of these are missing the sweatshirt to it. 3T. The Hello Kitty is really cute. I hope I got the shot of that lady looking somebody's mad at me. Well, it wasn't even the lady. It was the daughter. Like, I know I got the last size 6 that was over there, but that daughter took a nice long look at me. This wouldn't be a bad little dress to slap on and go to work. Is it 14 or 17? I don't know. What y'all think? A little simple, neutral color dress. But I do want to know, is it 17 or 14? Yep, $15, okay. We'll spend that on this. We need a DD's in my town real bad. Between DD's and Shein, I be feeling a way about paying anything over $10 for stuff. I feel like that same dress at DD's might have cost me $7.99, half the price. And they might not have it. Y'all, this lady is cracking me up. I'm not even gonna turn the camera on her. But she keeps being in everybody's way. And she'll take 5 steps and stop. What? My bad. I'm like, I got my phone upside down. I'm looking at you like, girl, what? Girl, I just figured maybe people over there don't answer their mama's phone calls no more.
My phone was on the floor.
Whatever. I'm out here at Costco, and I saw, oh, that's funny. I'm holding it to the camera, not the phone.
Oh, that's cute.
But
what size is it?
That's the problem. It's a size 6. And I know she's a 7. It's a tutu.
Is she an 8, really?
What? Who told her to get?
Gonna be too short.
I don't know. Who told her to keep growing? Dang. And I got evil-eyed by some lady's daughter for nothing. Because I sure got the last 6. Well, it's too late now.
Funny.
Don't be another tornado warning now. Hold on. Okay, that's just the bell. You didn't hear that bell? Something went on. Oh, I don't know what that was.
Your earrings are cute.
Well, thank you, man. What are they? Oh, the hearts. I got these when I was in Atlanta. All right. Oh, I wonder if you want one of these. I should have waited for you tomorrow.
Hi, Mimi. Oh, that's cute.
It's just a
How
little
much are those?
$15. I was just complaining because I said, I was like, if I was at Didi's, it'd be like 7 or 8. We need a Didi's. And I know. That's exactly the price I said. So I don't know. You want one? They got it in that, blue, and black.
Black. Is it black with white stripes?
It's just solid black. If you want stripes, it'll be.
I want that one.
Okay. I'll grab you one. Let me just leave my car here because don't come on a Saturday. You see how crowded it is?
Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Holy moly.
I know. It's like the United Nations too. Yeah, I'm trying to I'm gonna just move my cart out of the way, turn around and get you one.
I'm gonna say, never mind, Mom. Don't give me the dress. I'm about to go to Costco anyway.
Oh.
Right next weekend. Don't even bother. Just go home.
I doubt it'll be. Costco stuff don't last that long. If you want it, I need to get it now. I thought you were gonna say tomorrow or something.
It's so packed.
It is. But
I still need to try your chicken sausage.
I just picked up some more of it too. I was just saying it's a distinct taste, but I distinctly like it. So, and
do
then
it taste better than the one at First Watch?
Was that chicken sausage? I don't even remember. I remember I didn't care for it.
It was nasty.
I'm trying to turn the camera around so you can see. Oh, I should probably take the thing off the camera because it's covered. Okay. So they got this kind of blue, and then they got neutral with black stripes. I like it better too. That's why I got it. And I got so much black in my closet. Hopefully it don't shrink, but I do.
Same.
That's what we're working on.
Thank you.
All right.
Now get out of there.
You ain't lying. I'm gonna pick me some flowers and I'm out the door. Love you.
All right, love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Where'd I put that cart? All right, 2 dresses in now. And let's for real get ready to get out of here. Okay, y'all, so this is all I ended up getting from Costco. Just a couple of those dresses, one for me, one for my daughter, a couple dozen eggs, chicken sausage, laundry detergent, laundry freshener. I got that Palm, some bacon, and of course I went with the yellow roses because I guess we're just in a relationship. We go together. So yeah, this is all I got. And y'all, this cost me like $124 and some change. I don't know how people with multiple folks in the family, I don't know how y'all getting by because it's just me and 100. Well, it ain't just me. I take that back. Y'all know I went ahead and brought Beverly on in because I'm not gonna keep leaving her out in the car like we ain't been riding around all week. So I just said, girl, you ain't gotta stay in the garage no more. Come on in, have a seat, hang out. We've been talking, riding. Girl, whatever. Just, she can come in here and chill with me. Don't make fun of me. I got me another friend, but yeah, this $124 for just me. Well, just me and Beverly, like, oof. I don't know how y'all doing it. Okay, y'all, so it is quite a bit later, and I got my little roses here in front of me, and I'm gonna try to do the, I don't know, I still don't know. Do you call it a hat? I'm gonna just call it a hat. I saved my rubber band, y'all. These are so good for, well, usually they are. They gave me a little tiny one this time. But I like these for when I push up my sleeves and I just put the rubber band on to hold my shirts and blazers and stuff in place. Because I don't like pushing all the time. The jacket I had on earlier, I didn't put a rubber band on. And all throughout my footage, I just saw me pushing. I was like, girl, I always think about it with my blazers, but not with that jacket. And let me put on my bougie gloves. Because, you know, we can't be bothered. Girls, there's not a left and right. We did get these from Dollar Tree. Trying to be bougie on some Dollar Tree stuff. Following the petite. She's so small, the petite but mighty in terms of social media. Jackie Ina's suggestion. But basically, all she said was, and I still like to take off my stems on my roses, you know. But now as I do it with my gloves, darling, because, you know, I shall not be poked by the thorns. But all Jackie was saying was, you know how I like to cut my roses down to fit a certain height of the vase. So what she was saying was, when you do that, keep, I have to unlock my pruning shears. You know, she used to scissors. She don't know how to act and stuff. But she was just saying, pretty much, that's the ice machine, since I've done a bunch of ice in my vases. But keep the bottom half of your stem to make your vase look fuller. And that might be too much, and I cut my rose too short. Oh, no, I didn't. Or did I? Do I want it at that height? Decisions. Yeah, that's looking like a lovely height. I think we start with, this is like Dollar Tree vase. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think we'll start with this one, because this one's more narrow, and I probably won't do the stems there. But basically, for your fuller vases, just so that your flowers don't look like they're floating around, you want to cut that stem down and put it in the vase and keep it. I am so sorry. Of course, my phone would start ringing, and I've got it in my bedroom, so excuse me for just a moment, please. Okay, guys, so with regard to me doing these little gloves, it's fun for me. I mean, I joke and I kid about it, but it is actually fun. I'm walking into more of, I won't call it a soft life era and all of that. I definitely think that term's been overused. But I'm more so, oh, not me broke my spring on my, oh, okay, they just gotta go this way. I'm more so walking into my era of acceptance. You know what I mean? Like, they're just things I want to do, and I'm far less apologetic for it. I can, in many ways, thank God, afford some of the things I want to do, and it just makes me feel better. And I'm seeing nothing wrong with doing those little extra things that make you feel better. At the beginning, I think, of this video, I jumped right in, and forgive me, I just hopped in the shower, and then I thought, oh, you know what, let me turn the camera on. And so I went back and I got the camera and turned it on. I didn't even do an intro. However, all that said, at the beginning of my video, of this video, ouch. Well, I really still got a little sensation of the thorn. You know what, that's because I was being more careless because I'm wearing gloves. I thought it wouldn't touch me. Surprise, it touched me. All right, here we go. But at the beginning of the video, I was talking about how I went back to washing my face with antibacterial. So, you know, I had tried some different things. I think CeraVe was the brand, I'm almost sure. Facial washes and things like that, but they just did not work for my skin. It didn't quite clean it, I guess. And, you know, whatever issue my skin might have might be a bacterial issue. And so we needed to just get an antibacterial soap and get in there and clean up first. I'm gonna pop these petals here. There we go. And so, of course, that's less bougie, but that's just a matter of something that works. I really tried elevating my skincare, you know, just to see how I would feel about some of that. And you know what? It's possible. I was saying that this is narrow, but it's possible that I might want to put those in here too. Some of these are going to seem uneven just because they're sitting on top of the ice, but once the ice melts away, it'll all fall flat and be even. And you're really supposed to cut these at an angle, but I'm trying something different because every so often when I do that, I get that uneven group of flowers. I'm trying to see different things. I'm playing around with flowers. I've always loved flowers, but I haven't always gifted myself with flowers. And so I'm getting into that era where I give a lot. And I've done it since I was a teenager. It got to a point that people just always expected me to be the person to give. If something wasn't right, and I'm a teenage girl, and you're talking about 30-year-old aunts and stuff like that, expecting me to be the giver. And I'll give you a case in point. We went to Memphis, Tennessee for one of our family reunions. I'll circle back and make my point, I hope, if I remember. But we went to Memphis for a family reunion. Out of town, the whole shebang. I did not bring my daughter because I already knew she was small. She was maybe 5-ish. Yeah, she was about to start kindergarten. And I knew I was going to head down to Beale Street. I'm about to have a good time. In fact, I brought my girlfriend with me to this family reunion. Ain't none of her family at all, but I brought her. I was like, hey, come on along, because I actually drove down there. She helped me drive. All the things, we booked our room, you know, whatever. We get down there, and the same cousin whose kids I watched all of the time, she got a wild hair and decided she was going to leave the family reunion and go to our hometown in Mississippi. It's only like, you know, a little couple hours drive away. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, I'm just counting. Because it's 2 dozen. I want to put 1 dozen in this one and another dozen in the other. But anyway, she gets a wild hair and decides she's just gonna leave. Leaving her 2 kids, the ones that I usually watch. She ain't told them, like she got up at the crack of dawn. The kids were still asleep in their hotel bed. And she just got up and left. I don't think we were doing a lot of texting, whatever. I don't even know, did I have a cell phone yet? I might have, I'm not even sure. But here's what I know to be true. She didn't tell me nothing. She didn't say, hey, I'm leaving the kids, I expect you to watch them, or which was fully the expectation, because it's what I always did. I always picked up her slack. But she leaves, we wake up, we get ready to go to breakfast, I'm not even staying at their hotel. I already know this game. Me and my girlfriend booked a totally different hotel than the one at the family reunion, because you know, we're coming to the wind down session of me being used. Like, I got my own daughter now, I've got my own responsibilities, and I'm here to have a good time. I just counted these and forgot already. 3, 6, 9, 10. This will be 11, so I need 1 more. But my girlfriend and I get over to the hotel, and here's how everybody found out that she had left her kids. I want to say she left a note at the hotel in cursive writing that the kids couldn't even bit more read than 1, 2, 3. But anyway, they go to knock on the door. They're like, hey, we're gathering for breakfast. My girlfriend and I are coming in. We're coming to the breakfast. Like, we're still participating in all the activities. I just knew not to stay in that doggone hotel room. So we come over, and what do you know? That's when everybody's finding out that she flat out left town, left her girls, which, you know, I ain't gonna hold you. Wasn't the first time she did something like that. But she has left. That's gonna be the right height. Let's put some water in here, and we are 1 done. This will be the one I put in my bedroom. And I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do the other one using the hat, and then am I supposed to get these blood wet? Because I try to put my hand under the water like I was rinsing my real hand. But anyway, we'll do the hack on the other one and see if I want to go back and add the stems to this one. But so far, she's sitting simple, elegant, and pretty. We're gonna put her right there and let her do her thing. Or is she in the way? She's in the way. You gotta move, girl. But yeah, so we find out she left. It's crazy. Everybody wants to go to breakfast. Everybody wants to have a good time. These 30-some odd, I probably had a couple of them, and they 40-year-old aunts are turning to look to me and saying, well, you know, all right, I guess the girls will ride with you, and you know, we'll meet y'all over at the what girls? Now my girls, I got one, and she's in Kansas City. And y'all, here's the thing. You want to talk about some misplaced, misguided anger? You know who they actually got mad at? They got mad at me because I said no. I said this. Like when I was talking about how when you set your boundaries and stuff, you find out who's really rocking with you and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out how tall I want this to be. Do I want it low? I think I'm gonna start with some height on it, and then if I change my mind, I'll go back and adjust it. But then if I do that, oh yeah, the stems might be about right. We'll see. It be the little details, don't it? So I'm gonna just put the stems in right now. Every time I cut, drop the stem in. But anyway, they got mad at me for saying no and for not keeping the kids. That means y'all gotta figure out something to do. Y'all so crazy about this particular cousin. Y'all, yeah, oh, she's so funny, because that's how they do. When they're being irresponsible, they come in, they dazzle, they tell a little joke or two, everything is funny for a while. It's funny till it ain't. Yeah, and here I come, I'm the joy killer. It ain't funny because I'm not watching them. I'm not, like, what do I look like leaving my own daughter and watching somebody else's? Not to mention I got my friend here, and oh yeah, girlfriend, I know you left your son in Kansas City to come on this trip too, but we babysitting now. No, we're not. We absolutely are not. And then I had an aunt come by, well, you know, that's not right. My child, I ain't had a little kid in the house with me since I don't know when. At least you got a young child, at least you. Nobody said nothing about some compensation. Nobody, not that I would have even done it for the compensation. I'm here for the vibes just like everybody else. Girl, no. But I said I was gonna circle back to my point of why I was saying all that, and I sure enough forgot. Look, it's decades later, and I'm still mad that everybody got mad at me. But when I tell you, check on your strong friends and all that stuff, it's because for years and years and years, I have been that neglected, strong one. And just, you know, if I see a strong friend on my watch, they're gonna get looked in on, they're gonna get checked in on. You know what I mean? Because I know what it's like. I've been there way too many times to count. But yeah, that was a bit of insanity to me. I sure don't remember what I was talking about before. Maybe it'll come back to me later. Oh, I remember now. I was talking about how I'm in that era where I've always been a giver. And so I'm at that stage and phase of the game now where I'm giving to myself. I am. And I don't mean it in a selfish way. I still have a giving heart. I still want, you know, I make sure that the people around me are happy and things like that. But I'm prioritizing my happiness as well. Because when it comes right down to it, you're blessed if you have people who care, but I wouldn't rely on it. You better rely on yourself. The one person that you know will always be with you. Honey, she was born with you, she gonna die with you, is you. So you got to rely on you to look out for you. If somebody else does it, huge blessing, wonderful. But I tell you what, in my last video when I was talking about fake friends and things like that, LaTanya even mentioned that she had a couple of girls she thought were her friends for 10 years. That's a long time, y'all. 10 years she thought that. And I was like, I even told her, I'm so sorry, that had to feel like a dad. When you find out that somebody you've rocked with for that long ain't really it, yeah, that's death feeling. It's kind of hard to put all the flowers in with the stems in there too, but I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna trust the process because hers looked really nice. I'm sure she's been doing flowers much longer than me, so she probably knows some of those other corners that I don't know to cut, but hers looked really, really nice. So we tried it, girl. Speaking of which, I'm at that point where I don't need a body count around me. A friend, ooh, that didn't sound right. I don't need multiple friends around me for validation. The reality is, if you have one strong, true, solid friend in life, you are highly favored. Because a lot of people don't even have that. It can be a cold, lonely world. So to have that one good friend that genuinely cares about you, genuinely checks on you, forgives you of your trespasses, and maybe you gotta forgive them of theirs too. Nobody's gonna be perfect. Then, hey, you've scored. Big score, big blessing. That might be all the stems I wanna put in there. I don't know. I was looking forward to this. She's struggling to get that in, there we go. I was looking forward to this hat, but I don't know if I really like it now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm looking at it too closely. Anyway, let me stop blabbing my mouth. Put the final rows in here. Oh, you know what else I want to do? I want to soak some skewers because I'm not going to do it today. I already know it's not a today thing. But tomorrow, if the weather is permitting, and that's the other crazy thing. One minute it'll say it's nice, and it's going to be this temperature, and it's going to cool down at that time, and we get tricked. As my granddaughter said, we get scammed. It's a scam. That's so cute. All right. I don't know, y'all. I haven't put the water in yet. It does look fuller. You know, I know what the mistake is. I know what the error is. The flowers, the roses themselves, are too tall. That is the problem. So how much too tall are they? They are this much too tall, right? I'm not gonna put that stem in there also. Because I really just like the roses to peek out over the opening of the vase. Not too much further. Yeah, that's a wonderful height. So we're gonna go back in and trim the flowers down to that height. I'm not gonna drag y'all through the whole process of it. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me this long. And if you haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing so that you know when I'm back here chatting, bumping my gums, complaining, shopping, talking about all things life, I guess. So thanks for coming and doing a little bit of life with me. I appreciate you. I'm gonna finish this up and hopefully I'll see you again later. I know her to talk about self-care and she getting bougie. And then got this vase from Dollar Tree, got the gloves from Dollar Tree, got the pruning shears from Dollar Tree. Would have been calling them scissors if the label wasn't on there, but that's all right. This is someone